Hello, I'm Dr. Joseph. I trained at Johns Hopkins. I've been asked to review blood analysis on a fruitarian, and we've done several blood studies on this person, and what we found, interestingly enough, is that he does have a mild anemia on traditional medical blood tests looking at hemoglobin and hematocrit levels. And also on a specific test that tests for intracellular vitamin and mineral levels, he showed a mild deficiency in a broad spectrum of vitamins and minerals, but specifically on the vitamin A and vitamin D levels. And this is of interest since in Florida, vitamin D is abundant and should be of ample access, and also vitamin A, it should be abundant in fruit. So my analysis is that there's some difficulty in the absorption of these vitamins and minerals from the digestive system in this particular fruitarian. In addition, vitamin A and vitamin D deficiencies can cause havoc in overall health, including skin and eye issues, vitamin D with bone issues, and even lately being linked to increased risks of malignancy. So these are some basic interesting observations in a fruitarian diet that may warrant some further analysis and specific study as far as this particular type of diet.
First, I'd like to congratulate the young man that stepped up to have his blood profiles done. We discussed on the internet, and many lectures I've done over the last couple of decades, the importance of not consuming unripened fruits. Further, the amounts of fruit that are consumed by many people in the living food community have exposed themselves to be concerning to us here at Hippocrates. We did 3 studies on this young man. The first was a research study with dark field or live blood. This is where a microscope is used to look directly at the cells in real time. The second was a standard medical blood test. This is a blood test that would be given worldwide. It was a little bit more extensive than normal, and we had a lot of revealing information that came from this. Third was a definitive nutritional test that looked clearly at deficiencies. How this is done is that the white blood cell, the leukocyte, is opened, and in the leukocyte are all the nutrients that have been absorbed by the human body. Now let's talk a little bit about what our medical team discovered here, our medical doctors and nurses. First, they discovered, thank goodness, that this young fellow didn't have the classic 5 to 6 nutritional deficiencies that we find with people on the standard Western diet. But there were 2 very concerning deficiencies: vitamin D and vitamin A. Vitamin A has an awful lot to do with skin, the development of all tissue in the body, including organs, of course, and eyes, and eyesight health. The second, vitamin D, is a little bit more severe. Vitamin D deficiency, which is a fairly common deficiency today, directly relates to many forms of cancer, and certainly with bone skeletal development. What was more concerning than anything was the medical blood test. There was absolute indication that this young man was anemic. His hemoglobin and hematocrit, the area you look at for the strength of the red blood cell, were weak and low. There are other indicators within the medical blood test, from what our doctors said, that showed us that he had the standard and typical anemic or weak blood condition that fruit consumers have. And this is something that we anticipated and unfortunately discovered to be true. We also, once again, on the research study, which were real-time live blood cells, found the same exact problem. There was a malabsorption problem indicated with a Spectre cell test, a nutritional test, and the vitamins were spilling out of the cell. I'll make it as simple as I can. When you look at a microscope and at a healthy cell, the cell is perfectly round and glowing. The ends are very contoured and cut neatly. Cells in this type of disorder actually run and bleed, do not have the glow factor, and are certainly not perfectly round. So all in all, we once again showed that a heavy consumption of unripened fruit, notably all fruit is picked unripened, even varieties of organic fruit that we buy, with its high sugar content, dilutes the blood, does not provide the historic vitamins that are supposed to be in there in the ripened condition. And we just hope that this young man and others listening to this will start to add the things that we've learned to be so vitally important for health when it comes to diet here at Hippocrates over the last 52 years.